Okay, so in this video, I'm basically going to show you the basic equipment that you need to start making electronic music, and of course, what pieces of equipment are most important, and depending on what you need to do, what pieces of equipment you need to get. Okay, the very first piece of equipment you're going to need is a sound card, and let me show you that. Usually they run on FireWire, but recently USB 3.0 is either out or going to be coming out soon, and it's going to run much faster than FireWire. But right now, usually everything is either FireWire or USB 2.0. So we go to computer music, and what we are looking for is USB audio interfaces. Okay, and what I have is actually I have the PreSonus Firebox, and it's $300. That's as cheap as you're gonna find it online. You might be able to get a better deal if you go into a small music shop and have them order it for you. They may sell it to you below this price here, which is called the minimum advertised price. And none of these online websites sell below the minimum advertised price. And if they do, they're not legitimate websites. But the PreSonus Firebox would be a good choice for anybody who's getting started in music. You have two mic instrument inputs in the front here. Right here in the center, this takes the 1/4 jack, and over here you have your preamp knobs, and this is what I'm actually recording through right now. You also have a mix 2 headphones and a headphone volume control and a main level out volume control. And there's some other features that you can view by going to description, I believe. Actually, no, right there, there's the features. Right over here. And you'll have to hunt around to get the more in-depth specs. Another pretty popular one is the Native Instruments. I forget what exactly this one's called. Here it is. Is this it? No, that's not it, but it looks almost exactly like it. Okay, apparently it's not on here. But some of, if you're looking to record like full drum sets and things like that, you're probably looking at something by Motu or Mark of the Unicorn. Also, PreSonus is now making some some boxes that have 8 phantom powered inputs on them, and phantom power and preamp and line in, line out. These are all terms that you're going to need to be familiar with when you're shopping here. Like this Mark of the Unicorn here, it runs on Firewire, and it has 8 channels, 8 XLR or TRS. By the way, TRS is the 1/4 inch jack, which means you could also direct plug a guitar into any of these plugins. And after you have your sound card, the absolute most important thing is your studio monitors and your acoustics in your room, if you can afford to set up an acoustically sound room. And there's ways to test your room to see what you need to do to make it acoustically correct, but I'll get into that in another video. Right now, let's just look at some monitors. If you have the money to spare in the $1,000 range, you have the MK2s by Dyn Audio. They are, well, actually, this site doesn't sell Dyn Audio, so another Another monitor in that price range is the Mackie HR824s. Uh, and notice that this is for a single speaker. Generally, anything made by Mackie is pretty good, but I pretty much prefer the Dynaudios myself. And it's also good to note that Mackie has some cheaper products. Their low-end stuff is called the Mackie Tapco. See, right here you can get a pair of Mackie Tapco for $500, and that's not really a bad deal. And if you want to go back and add a sub later on, it's another $500. So $4,000, you have a nice speaker set up with a good sub. But what would be another good thing to look at? Microphones. Pretty much the standard microphone is the Shure SM57. And if you're looking into getting a condenser microphone, you get a little bit hairy. One condenser microphone, which is the one I have, is highly recommended by a lot of people. It's the Studio Project C1, and but that's a condenser. And for general sample recording and things like that, you're probably going to want a Shure SM57 or some type of dynamic microphone. The problems you run into when you have a condenser microphone is if your room is not acoustically set up, it's going to pick up a lot of reverberation from the room and your surroundings. And you're probably hearing a lot of that now because my setup isn't in the greatest spot in the world right now. And as for headphones, I have the Sennheiser HD 280 Pros, and they are $100 even. They're pretty durable headphones, very good. Another headphone that is in the same price range that's pretty much a standard in a lot of studios is the Sony MDRs. And really the most important things you have here are your microphone, your sound box, and your monitors. And then if you want to move into things like MIDI controllers and other things, then go from there. But this is the essentials of what you need just to get started. And remember, your speakers and your source are the most important things you have.